Yo, Joe. I love that theme
Joe.
song in the morning.
Cartoons are on.
Right? Running down the stairs.
All right. So we are live on YouTube. I think I'm gonna manually make us go live on Facebook. So just give me a second.
Yep.
All right. That works.
Mark and I were playing around with this yesterday. If anyone caught our little 30-second or 2-minute, whatever it was, test run to get us back live on Facebook, which we have not been able to do for a little while, but I think we're going to be working here.
Oh man, what was studio?
Yep. I'll fill some dead time here while you're doing that.
Or we could just keep playing with toys.
Yeah, we usually gather a few minutes before in the green room area and say our good mornings, wipe the sleep out of our eyes, and talk about what we've been doing in the mornings. But man, today I am super excited about what we're going to be doing. So we were all getting down our toys and playing with our new toys for the week.
As we always do.
As we always do. As we should do, right?
Like we should. I had a Saturday off, so I got to do a little bit of painting, which is great.
Oh, nice.
That doesn't sound like it was off, all right?
Oh, no. See, for me, at this point, painting is just like therapeutic. It's relaxing.
Nice.
So, compared to like what I'm normally doing, yeah.
And you said it was still basketball season for you too, right?
Basketball season, yeah. So to get a Saturday off is such a joyous thing.
All right, I love it. Well, hopefully, maybe next week during our regularly scheduled meeting, you can show us a couple of your drops or something.
All right, that's fair. They should be ready.
Cool.
Oh man.
Mark is being tech support right now, putting it in.
Uh-oh.
I can't remember what. Like, there's a specific Facebook thing you have to go to. It's like Facebook.
Oh yeah, it's stream. I can Pardon us, technical difficulties.
Oh, let me check.
I thought it was like studio.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, live producer. I think. No.
Yep. Yeah.
How about them Joe Day renders? So, hey, funny you mentioned that. Mark actually told me, and I didn't even see him. I'm literally just waking up, and so I was just looking at them. But we'll kind of go over those next week, since we've got tons to do today on the show. But pretty awesome, pretty sweet.
Did you find it, Mark?
No, it's kicking my butt.
Oh, okay.
It's a snow day for Benjamin.
Oh man.
Stuck at home. Now that, on a Sunday, you don't want to go out on a Sunday anyway.
No.
You're right where you need to be, baby.
Yeah, I got a little bit of snow here yesterday. About 3 inches, enough to make everybody not do anything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely in the South. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, ironically enough, I haven't had any snow, and I'm in the top corner of the map.
Yeah.
We haven't had any.
We did this yesterday, and it was easy.
Yep, we did.
I can't find there was a Restream article. We both found the same thing.
Yeah.
And it told us exactly what to type in.
Huh.
It's always crazy how that happens.
Oh,
14 inches. Where the heck are you? You just got dumped on.
who got this?
G.I.JOE, G.I. Customs says he's sitting at about 14 inches outside.
Nice. We've got 0 inches here.
Zero.
Really?
Nothing.
Huh.
Yeah, we're in the 50s here.
It's going to be 50 today where I'm at too. Yeah. Wow. The world is just flipped upside down, isn't it?
Yep. It's topsy-turvy.
Oh, Nico, good morning, good afternoon. Hello, Detroit. Oh, he's in Ohio. See, yeah, I'm from Detroit, man. You guys deserve it, I guess. But I know up in Michigan, there's probably quite a bit of snow too. Nico said there's about 15 sitting outside. So yeah.
Jeez.
And I have a buddy in Chicago who said, yeah, it's been a warm front. It's been a balmy 22 in Chicago. So
It's 19 here in Georgia.
what?
Yeah. Yeah, it is cold.
All right. Well, maybe we just don't do the Facebook this time, unfortunately.
This is
that's a bummer.
It's like they changed it overnight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward as well, Mark, and I'm not finding the link that I had. I really am frustrated here. Live producer, hold on. Okay, here. This might work. Can you go to facebook.com /producer?
.com/live.
Yeah. Facebook.com/live/producer.
Yeah, just trying to get all the streams.
Okay, yeah, that got us there.
Okay, that's it.
Sweet.
All right, good.
Yep.
Sorry, buddy. All right. We might be back on track, everyone. Thank you for giving us the 9 minutes of...
Jesus, that took 9 minutes.
So, we can stay after class for 9 minutes as we make up for lost time. No, all right. So everyone had a nice cold weekend, and I hope that this ends for us. This Southern boy is not liking the cold weather and staying in the house and that kind of stuff. At least it's sunny today here, which is really good. But enough about weather. Enough about that. I am just super excited because today we are going to be doing a hands-on exercise, and I love, in the past I have always loved these sessions because I learned so much. I myself am a self-taught designer. I don't know everything. I don't know hardly any. I think I'm scratching the surface of all this. I only fell into this a couple of years back, and I have just a sliver of time to kind of work on this. So every time that I see Mark, I see Artwann, I see some of the guys build things in person, I just love, I learn, and I advance myself. So I'm just really excited about taking back some new skills and hopefully doing something that I want to do, like the crossfire, since it didn't get any votes except for mine last time.
Always pushing for that crossfire.
But this gave me an opportunity to pull down my Fang, my Fang 2 from the archives up here, from the shelf archives here, and I got to tell you, I'm falling back in love with it. The purple and the black are really awesome. I think it goes with the Mamba really well. I mean, when these things go flying around, right? I want to set up a couple of little Fang 2s and a Mamba flying down in a rescue.
Cobra really did love the red, black, and purple.
During this time frame, what was this? 80, 86, 87, something around there?
Let's say it's probably closer to 88.
Oh, 88. Okay. I think you reused the same plastic color for the Mamba because they are
Mamba,
matching
yeah.
up exactly over
Yeah.
here.
Oh, 89.
89.
Oh, 89. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the
Well, I
reds
mean,
are
that's really when their vehicles went super futuristic, and Cobra always had the cool stuff.
Mhm.
right. Mark, is it still going okay? Or are you still?
I had it and then I lost it.
He's gonna have to take like a woosah after this, so you can get into his design.
Yeah, like all right. I'm gonna have it this time. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. So some design considerations that we have on this one, as you know, Mark is kind of going and doing some of his stuff. I really love the little thumb actuator here. So, I think during last week's session, Mark was kind of thinking of some ways that he could possibly design it. So I'm really looking forward to, it's got a little bit of a hump there. So it goes here and here. Of course, these are free spinning guys up here. And the chin gun swivels and goes up and down, which not that bad. So as far as the way that this thing, yeah, go ahead.
Is the Fang 2 considered like a VTOL, or
I think it would. I think
it would be a VTOL. Yep.
With the shortest little propellers the world has ever seen. No.
Yeah.
But it would have to because it can't roll. It can't roll. It doesn't have any wheels. It has these little landing skids, and I guess it kind of sits on the chin gun there.
Yeah, it has to. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's got to be
Let's see if it balances. Oh no, it does balance away from that. All right. I had to put it on the ground just to check it. All right. So it does kind of sit there and it doesn't balance. So it's only on those two things. So Mark, there's another design element that you have to do, the balance of this thing, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, like a weight thing. So
yeah. Certainly has to be a weight.
Well, we can always just overextend these little feet on it.
And there's a good point in the chat that there's no canopy for us to have to worry about, which is crazy for a flying vehicle. No canopy.
Well, I think that Fang is synonymous with get your head chopped off by something, right?
Right. You got both propellers, you got props just spinning around you loud as all get up.
Yeah, make fun of the little blades, but at least you can't get your head chopped off by it.
So yeah,
when we step out into them.
When we put them in comparison with each other, I think that they're very similar in size. Of course, the body work on this one is a little fatter, but the blade on this one is a little wider. Overall, I'm really liking it now. I didn't give it much love before 2 weeks ago, and now I'm starting to like it a little more.
You're warming up to it.
I am. I really am. So, has anyone ever taken one of these apart? Is there a metal bar that goes across this to make everything work?
I've been on the fence all week. You know what? Yeah, I quit. We're not doing this. I've been on we got it working yesterday. I had it working.
Yeah, we got it working. We'll have it working next time. Promise.
Anyway, I've been on the fence all week about like dipping mine into a big pot of boiling water to see if I can yank it apart. And my stickers are already not good. The stickers are in bad shape on the one I have. So it wouldn't be the end of the world. I just didn't do it. Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and get over to Fusion. I think we've wasted enough time.
All right.
I wanted to turn the. There we go. right. So, just for everyone's kind of frame of reference, this is Fusion 360 by Autodesk. I'm sharing a window, not my screen. The monitor I use is 3440 by 1440.
So a movie screen.
Yeah, we're streaming at 720. So like I've sized my Fusion 360 window to fit what we're streaming at.
Yeah.
I think next week I'll just get on a laptop or something, and that way we're just sort of native size, and I can share screen. Mm-hmm. So right now there's a thing called a browser over here on the left, and it's basically just going to have a list of all the bodies and sketches and stuff that I create. So you guys probably can't see that.
No, we won't see that.
Anytime I do something that opens a window, you're probably not going to see it.
Right.
But you're going to get the gist of what I'm doing as I'm going along. So right now I've just got this thing set on the right side. I've already imported a bit of a blueprint here. So what we'll do is we'll kind of pick something easy to measure. And there isn't a lot of easy to measure stuff at this angle. So I'm going to go with a missile, and we'll just take a measurement from one of the missiles because I can do that.
I'm getting 70.4 millimeters.
I'm measuring. What part are you measuring? Front to back?
The whole missile. Yeah, the whole missile.
No. So see how this blueprint is a little weird. This is a newer item, and the blueprints don't match the way they did the blueprints in the past.
Yeah.
And we've got this really thick outline around it that's going to throw off any kind of precise measurement we try to do that way. I'm going to grab the space in between like the front fins, and there's like a secondary set of fins up there. I'm getting 6.65. So on the left, in my browser, there's a little menu. I just go to Canvas, and I'm going to right click on it and say Edit Canvas. And then down here, hit Calibrate. And then down here, just going to click once and twice and make that 6.65. Enter.
Oh, unfortunately, we don't see anything that you're doing.
Well, I saw the dots that popped up.
All dots, but I didn't see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you won't be able to see any kind of windows, but it's pretty easy. Just you go to Canvas, you right click on the particular canvas you want, scroll down to Calibrate, you click 2 points, and then you tell it what the distance is.
Okay.
So it's not bad. Now in the front, there is no front view blueprint for this one. So I'm going to be inserting a screen image from 3D.JOE's.
Sweet.
So speaking of 3D.JOE's, they have the instructions posted as well. And the instructions show all the different pieces. Mm-hmm. So it answers the question. The two engines, the bar, and the thumb wheel are all a single plastic piece. I should say the bottom of the engines.
Oh.
So if you open up the instructions, you can see that the bottom part of the engines, the wheel, and everything is all of this is a single part that goes across the entire width of the wing.
Gotcha.
And then these plastic pieces snap on top of it.
So one trick I've kind of taught myself is if you go to your can you guys see this navigation cube up here?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So if you click on it on the corner, I can kind of see a little bit of my front view and my side view at the same time, and I can use that to line things up a bit.
Oh, cool. An alignment capability there.
Yeah. So ideally what we want is orthographic, and that's why I like the blueprints. They're orthographic.
Mm-hmm.
This picture that I grabbed is not, it's from a camera lens, so it's got perspective. Things that are closer to the camera lens are going to be bigger than stuff in the back, i.e.
Yep.
the tip of the gun on the nose cone is going to appear way bigger than the fins at the back. So it's not perfect, but it's going to help us kind of just gauge some things later on.
And there will be a vocabulary test at the end. Orthographic will be on your final exam.
Orthographic is orthographic versus perspective.
Hey, we didn't sign up for any tests on a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, we don't want to learn things.
We don't want to learn.
I'm afraid you might be doing it wrong if you don't want to learn.
That's what the name of the game is today. Put on your learning caps, your thinking skulls, your
orthographics.
Your orthographics.
So I was pretty easily able to size the top to the right side. So those are the angles we're going to kind of lean on for building. I think we'll start from the side. All right. I think we're gonna start by just doing the main body, and I'm just gonna create a sketch on this plane, and then I grab my line tool. There is a tool here. It's the Fit Point Spline, so it's like a curvy tool. I recommend everybody avoid using that tool whenever possible. The curves that it creates can easily be a little too complicated for the software to actually handle well. That's been my experience anyway.
All right. So overall, right now, what you're doing is you're taking the outline of the vehicle and you're tracing it out with the tool in hopes that you're going to go all the way around, or what do you do?
Particular one, since the body is just the purple pieces of plastic is what I'm considering the body.
Yep.
And we're going to try and just do it as one piece, and then we'll kind of trim as necessary.
Okay.
All right.
But you're doing all this in line instead of the spline tool?
Instead of the curve.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Because I've used the curve tool before, and you're right, that it usually causes the math to explode.
Yeah. Yeah, it is the devil. And I'm just trying to verify that things are straight and not curvy.
And I see that we have several people on the chat and they're talking. I'm going to try to be moderating the chat as well as we kind of go on. If you have questions, please pop them up in the chat. I can show them and we can talk about it. And we're going to try to be a little more interactive in that regard, because if Mark is doing something that you don't know about or have a question about or have something better in mind or something, use the chat window. We'll be monitoring it big time.
So I'm just making some easy little adjustments to the lines here. Now this up here at the top, this will get cut out, and that's where the wings plug in. But that's it. That's our kind of basic shape. There's a little bit back here. I guess we can just do that now, and then I'll cut it out.
Okay, so you might want to be careful, quick Mark. I don't know how big you're making it, but see that lowest part where you have highlighted?
Yeah.
If you look at your toy, that is not the side of the that's not the side of the fang. That's just a detail that's on the inside. So if you're intending for this part,
you're talking about right here?
Yeah.
No, so that's like it's almost like a little leg that comes down.
Exactly.
It's still purple. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had it over here, and I was going to add that, but I've decided I'll just cut that out here in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, and that's just why I wanted to warn you, because if you're intending for that to be the big piece of it.
Yeah. No. So basically, I just switch over to the top. I hit E for extrude. I'm going to bring this out to kind of the widest point. And this is one of those sweet vehicles that's symmetric on left to right. So we technically only have to build half of this bad boy, which is fantastic.
Symmetric is great.
So it's now we'll just come through and start shaping things. We'll do a chamfer up here. And I don't like that angle's no good. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a draft just because I don't like the angle I've got this thing at. Okay, so that's not terrible. And then let's see. It seems like it's pretty flat until just after the cockpit. Which is about right there, I think. So I'm gonna create a little sketch, and I'm gonna draw a line, and it's just to the left of that axis there. So just making a line, and then I'm gonna split body. Make the front half here go away, and then we're going to do another draft to kind of pinch this back part. Yeah.
Now, just to clarify for everybody, your plan is to make it the same size as the toy, and then upscale it for classified, right?
That is the plan, yes.
Yep. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier to just directly translate measurements from a toy in hand to the design.
So there's a little bit of a curving happening back here, so I'm just trying to capture that right now. And then that's pretty straight to the back, a little bit of a curve. There's a lot of subtle little curves on this thing that are just going to make it a pinch complicated. So this is the chamfer tool. I put it on 2 distance so that I can kind of better control the angles there.
Yeah, you might need to narrate whenever you go to a different tool. We're just not seeing any of the tools.
Well, the tools are up here, so you can see that. So if I click on it, do you not see, there's a little window that came up, and that's what you're not seeing?
No, we don't see the window. We don't necessarily see what you click unless
yeah, because it's fast, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just turning the canvases off, so this is kind of where we're at right now. And I'm going to go through and start like bending some of these corners and everything. And all we want to do is kind of match that line on the blueprint as best we can. There's things like this where it's this is a curve right here. We don't want to do that until later, like real specifically. This is real important when it comes to kind of workflow. Once you start rounding corners, you kind of lose some of your ability to manipulate them later. Like if I round that corner right now and then come back to round this edge, it's going to make that that tangent chain just go all over the place. So
that's just something you know from experience. If you're just starting out with that, you're probably going to fumble.
Yeah. So here's a question that I've had that I've never gotten an answer to. Say you add a fillet, which is what you're doing to add the curve. Is there a way to actually go back and remove the fillet completely? I've only been able to edit a fillet and change it to like a really small size.
Okay. Can you see this down? You can see this, the timeline?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the timeline. Yes.
The timeline's down here. So it's real early in this build. So it's really, if I click on this, see how that little three lines that like pops up above
Okay.
this. I can I can right click on it. You can't see the window that came up, but I can click delete.
Okay.
And then I'll just do it. I hit delete and poof, it went away. And I can just Control Z and put it back.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, if you go to it, you can right click on it and a little window comes up. Interesting. It's given me the option to switch to a chamfer. But from here, you can do find in browser and that'll take you to it.
Okay.
And then because this is so basic, I guess it's not giving me the option, but normally you can do edit feature. And then you can change how much of a curve you did or whatever the feature is.
Right.
But you can't, from that window, from right clicking on it and pulling up a window, you cannot get rid of it that way.
Okay. But you can get rid of it from the timeline. Interesting.
But again, we're very early in the timeline right now. If we were hours down the road and we pulled it up in the timeline and tried to delete it, it's entirely possible you break the model. It's entirely possible you crash the software. Mm-hmm. It's possible it works. That is one of the options. It could just work. But there's a good chance that that's other things down the timeline are based on that shape that you created. And if you get rid of it, you cancel out all these other actions down the timeline. So that makes it tricky. Like there's plenty of times I wish that was not how that feature worked.
Yeah.
Because especially, like when you go back and you're making changes, like if you're doing something for a client and they go, oh hey, can you just change this one little bit? It's not necessarily possible. All right, so this is what I was talking about before about cutting out that shape, Mike.
Yeah, so you made the whole shape and now you're gonna remove to add that thin. Got it.
So it's possible I end up cutting, so as long as this piece is separate than these other pieces, then we're fine.
Yeah, it looks like your cut went all the way up the tail.
Right, which is fun. I could have gotten to that point and and made another line angling away from the thing.
Okay.
But I didn't want to do that because I was trying to avoid creating like a little step right here that would have been a pain in the butt. But I'm just gonna combine that piece that that unintentional cut.
Okay.
I just get rid of that. So let me take a quick little measurement. And this is a weird shape, but I want to kind of get fairly close. I'm going to call that 19.5. That's what I'm going to. So I'm just going to offset this face minus 19.5.
Ooh.
It should snap back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's not 19.5, it's 8.25. So let me try that.
Yeah, your geometry's doing all kinds of really weird stuff.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. It's a separate piece. It shouldn't. Hold on. Oh, it's because I'm not grabbing this little corner.
Ah, okay.
That's what's happening. I didn't see it. All right. So. And that's that.
Okay, nice.
So on here, I'm just going to come in. I'm just going to do this little fillet right here, make this curve. Because I'm curving towards this piece that I cut, it's no big deal. If it was a curve away, I would have to go in and like fill in the hole that it created. But not an issue. So up here on the nose, we got to be careful. We're going to be rounding a bunch of stuff, and so we got to just be careful because it's real easy to kind of break what's happening up there. point where I can route these.
So we had a comment about the timeline and how powerful of a tool that is for this particular piece of software, and using it the way that you're using it and being able to go back in certain time. As a software developer, I see very tight similarities between building in components when you're building out this and then being able to go back and change that component without necessarily affecting other pieces and parts of the system as a whole.
Right.
I just kind of see that as a design philosophy in a lot of different areas. And it's good that that's kind of correlating and translating over to Fusion and kind of the way that you're designing this, Mark. Design philosophy.
Yep.
It is a great tool. It's just, it's not, you can't necessarily always rely on it.
Yeah. So Viper 6 made a really good point about components versus parts.
Yeah, and they just did an update that I don't fucking care for.
Okay.
Like they force you to pick. It used to be you could just you just open a file and you could turn it into whatever you wanted it to be, and now they make you pick like out of the gate if you're making a component, and then it doesn't have all the functionality. It's weird. I don't like the last update.
Okay.
It's really annoying.
So do you normally do components, or do you just create lots of separate parts within the same file?
Lots of separate parts within the same file.
Yeah, that's the way that I do it, and that's why my timeline is usually insane and isn't really usable.
Yeah, I've played with it and found it to be more cumbersome than I'm willing to deal with. So this is going to be a pretty big curve. It looks like it's, if you follow that edge, that curve along that edge, it's pretty consistent. So I don't think I'm going to have to do anything too fancy here. I am going to undo what I just did though, and I'm going to give a bit of a draft to this edge. Not a lot, but a little bit. There seems to be a bit of a roundness across the top. Okay, and so this is a thing. Like anytime you have like a long flowing edge that you want around, and you see something that comes to a point and stops, it means there's something at that point that's preventing it. So in this case, it's where that cut was, and I just need to kind of smooth it out like that. And now this should work fine. Okay, so now we've got another line here, so I'm gonna have to come up to here and round. It looks like I'm gonna have to do this all the way around. I just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, the floating circle heads make me think that we're buying from the showroom at the end of the old Wheel of Fortune. I'll take the Dalmatian.
That seems to have worked. Cool.
So definitely the curves on this thing is a challenge.
Yeah, and like the software is handling it just fine right now, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let me flip this over.
Wow, look at that.
So there's a bit, it's a bit wrong, and up here it should curve out and then down, kind of mid wing there. Like right here, it should be a little further. So I'm gonna undo a bunch of shit. Get rid of the canvas for a second. And I think it's this one right here is where I did that cut.
Yeah.
Should have moved it back. So what is that? That was going to be a chamfer. Like I haven't done enough yet. This should be an issue. It was all the way back there. God damn it. Yeah. So that should undo the cut. There's my sketch. So because we used it, it automatically turned off. I just need to turn it back on. So looks like middle of the wing. So about there. That's where I'm going to move this line to. Yeah, so I apologize for that, guys. It's definitely
this is just one of the things you kind of have to show. Like sometimes you kind of get head first into it, and then you realize, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So which tool is that, Mark?
That I'm using right now?
Yes.
This is just draft.
Draft, okay.
But it's causing a bit of a problem where I'm running out of room. So here's a little trick. We have it split down the middle because we're only doing half, but because I can't draft this as an angle that'll allow me to keep the initial shape. So I'm going to just make this wider. And we'll come back, draft. And basically, we're just gonna do a bunch of tangent drafts. We're just gonna cut it, draft it, cut it, draft it, and then we'll come back and do our turns.
The chat has been quiet since you've been designing for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Or I guess 10 minutes.
The folks are studying at this point.
Well, they're taking notes, right?
Yep. They're getting ready for that quiz, that test.
Yep.
Orthographic.
Orthographic. I meant to open the show today with "Welcome back to Glue Talk."
No.
Your place for discussing adhesives, resins, epoxies.
Folks would have been pissed off, like, what?
We'll alternate between design and glue. That's going to be our shows.
So for the ease of seeing, we turn that off. So this is all one piece now. We've just got one body, and I'm just going to split this right down the middle, and then I'm just going to remove that extra bit. It was just there to help me make this shape.
Make the shape, yeah.
Okay. So, but now I have to redo all these curves now. Every so often, it does this thing where I'll click on something and I'll see it flash color, meaning it registered that the mouse was on it and clicked, but it doesn't do the thing I clicked it to do, and I have to just do it again. meant to find. There was I want to say it was from the Cobra Civil War on Cobra Island in the comic books back in the day, and it was just. And I mentioned it when we were talking about this before. I want to say it might have been Charbroil. It was Charbroil or Blowtorch, and Fang 2 was coming at them. They just flame struck the damn pilot.
Well, that's why somebody needs to design a canopy.
I bet you Bing does it.
At least the Fang 3 has that windshield.
That's true, but the Fang 3 is terrible. So
yeah, I know. It's so bad.
Yeah, that was so terrible. G.I. Joe would have. I wonder if anybody that started with G.I. Joe during that era has the same type of nostalgia that we have for it.
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm sure some do, right? Just it's just brutal.
Yeah.
Grell 3 is saying that he recommends a YouTuber called Too Tall Toby, which is an excellent handle. I love that. I could never be called too tall anything because I'm very short. Which does really good tutorials on various CAD platforms. Awesome.
Okay.
I have never heard of Too Tall Toby.
Well, now we have.
Thanks, Grell.
All right, so this is the area you're going to cut out again, right?
Yeah. Yep. The trick is this needs to. I need to bring this up over. I'm just going to do that with this. So it's you make your basic shapes, you cut out what you need to. How bad is it? That's not bad. Check. Oh, okay, that's what happened. I made it significantly different because of that curve.
Mark, on a technical note, you're flashing in and out with your video.
Oh, what is that about?
Yeah.
Huh. That is disturbing. Hold on.
Yeah, might want to turn off your camera just for a smidge, maybe.
I'm gonna unplug it, plug it back in, see.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Did he?
Well, his screen is still there.
Well, yeah, his screen is on. So he just unplugged.
Mark, can you give us a voice check? All right, from now on out, Mark is going to design, and we're going to guess what he is doing as he does
We'll
it.
have to narrate.
Yes. And in true internet fashion, only wrong answers, please.
Yeah. Whose cat is it anyway? We'll start awarding points.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm wondering was the CPU keeping up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark spent all his money on a nice monitor and not a processor.
So we have a circle. We just don't know if we still have his audio. I see him moving the mouse.
I do too. So that is kind of good. Mark, can you hear us?
He says he knows that
Okay.
we can't hear him.
Okay, good.
What is that law that everything that can go wrong will?
Murphy.
Murphy.
Yeah. Reginald P. Murphy. No, I just made that up.
Reginald.
George P. Murphy.
George.
George P. Burdell.
Oh man, that's a deep cut for people who don't know.
I think me and you are the only people on this chat that would know that one.
I don't know, maybe so.
It's going over my head.
It's a Georgia Tech thing.
It's
way over my head.
A fictional student at Georgia Tech. Okay, Mark is logging out and logging back in.
So, folks, for Mark to sort of maybe fix his issues, it could possibly shut down the whole stream. So just bear with us, and we might have to jump back on. So, maybe we're looking at a couple different options before going that far.
Right.
So you were able to do that, Shane?
I'm trying here. He's This is my first time with the control panel here. I'm trying to figure out how. It looks like I can hide him. But I'm trying to boot him completely, and I don't know if I can.
Oh, you have the power.
He's got the power. So what we're really just trying to do is see if we can boot Mark, and then he'll log back in, and hopefully that'll fix his problems. For those wondering, maybe you weren't.
Maybe you weren't. Man, this is a technical issue day, huh?
Technical Sunday.
Okay, I'm moving around the screen, right? For everyone, right? As I'm doing this. All right. Mark, if you could chat me as to which button actually removes you.
Oh, nothing like a whole CPU overload to.
All right, he's coming back in. All right.
So
we've got video again.
We didn't crash, baby. So
man.
So here we go. Not everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. So
yeah. Sorry about that, guys. It was I don't know why I was flickering, but I made the mistake of unplugging the USB and plugging it back in, thinking that would work. Clearly,
but we're back.
And we're back.
We're back.
Back, baby.
Cool. All right. So we're almost there. We've almost got the basic shape here. Where we may have issues, and I'm gonna go ahead and mirror this thing in a second, but we may end up with some weird lines that I don't want right here at the nose. So I think we're gonna do a mirror of just the nose cone. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is just a split body. I'll do it along that line, and then I'll mirror the front. And this way we can
check
this.
Yeah.
That's, I don't like that pointy nonsense that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, around what we can. So, Jesus, that's a hell of a tangent chain. It's trying to. Sometimes it gets a little overzealous when it does something small like that. That's not too bad.
Oh, that looks good.
Does it?
Maybe a little too pointed at the top.
Yeah, it's not quite.
No, it needs to come out a little bit more, or that the top needs to shave down.
So,
yeah, this would just drive me crazy.
There we go. So, I'm just going to delete that from the timeline. Yeah, so what we can do is kind of curve these first.
Okay.
So this could create more problems. We'll see in a second. We've just got a real specific sort of tip we want on this thing.
Right.
And we're just bringing it in too much. You know, and I deliberately left it out here to try and avoid the issue we're having right now.
To give yourself some wiggle room in case you needed to bring it back. And
yeah, but it's not quite enough.
You mean you need to bring it out a little bit more, and then
I think we're going to go the other way, and we're going to trim it from the other direction to kind of compensate. But we don't want to do this with curves, because once you put a curve on it, you end up with that that tangent chain issue I was talking about. When I was looking at this thing last week, or whenever we did the thing to decide what we were going to do, like I knew right away this was going to be the one challenging part. And then there's another option we can fool with. It's not quite. I don't think this is quite the right way to do it, but I'm going to do the fillet, and instead of constant, I'm going to do variable. And that way I can have a little more control. Over here. Oh, crud. Damn it. All right. Try this one last time. So 1.9 up front, and then back here, go like.
Oh, you have two adjustment points with the variable then.
Yeah. And it's, as long as I keep it subtle, I don't think I'm drifting too far away from the original design. Right now it's still on constant. And I'm going to to do this cut and mirror it again and see where we're at. So split body.
Angle right there.
Yeah. It always every time we do a build live, like it just I'm always, I guess, a little disappointed in myself because it's so much slower than if I was just doing it. And I think that's okay. It's a little flat.
In the chat here, Grail3X is asking if you've used surfacing tools in the program.
Like for textures and stuff?
I mean, that's what I was thinking, but I'm maybe.
Yeah, what do you mean, Grill?
Yeah, maybe he means something different.
That's weird. Okay. I've just I'm kind of just having a little fun here. I want to kind of play with the changing the curves up, split body.
Grill was saying that there's a whole subset for creating the organic shapes.
Oh yeah, that's up here. You go to create. You create form. They're a bit more challenging to work with. It's not the right tool to do what we're trying to do right now. This is just a matter of finding kind of the curves that work for what I'm trying to do. So it's 1.73, and then back here I'm going to make this a 2, and then I had done a split right here because I don't want that gradient to carry all the way back here. I just wanted it to go about that far, and then from here I make that the 2, and now it matches up. So if you've ever got something where you're gonna taper your fillet down a little bit, it's best to figure out a point where you want that tapering to stop and it becomes a consistent thing. And all you got to do is split your body in half to do that. All right, so where are we? We're back. Man, I've undone this thing a couple times. This cut right here. It's time to move along. And I should have done this before I did this curve. It's not going to matter too much because essentially this part back here ends up getting lowered and plugged into the those bottom wings. So in theory, I should be able to just do that. And then split this, just that. Move it. That's just the quicker way to clean up that mistake that I made. So this is a fun thing. So you can't see the window that came up. I clicked on the fillet tool because I need to do this. Because I did that variable thing, at some point I'm going to go to do a fillet and it's going to pull up that variable crap again. Without reason, without warning, it'll just do it because it's the devil. And you know what? I'm going to do this. Make this just one big chain. Like I had it before. All right, now we're cooking. I probably needed to be as well. Sure did.
Mark, a little bit of an update. You will be happy to know that we are live on Facebook.
Oh yeah, were you messing with it, or did it just?
No, I think it was automatically signed in. I just checked.
Well, I mean, I did a bunch of steps with the, like I reset the stream key, like I did a bunch of things to make it work.
Yep.
Sweet.
I guess it wanted to think about it and consider it before it actually played out. I'm just gonna create like a little nub. I suppose I can match the one that's here ish.
Oh, I spoke too soon. We were live on Facebook. It ended, unfortunately. So, never mind.
We're just giving people a taste on Facebook.
Yeah, it was just it was the free version. It was the fun size.
And like for the record, it's a Facebook issue. It's not Restream. Restream is sending data to Facebook, and Facebook is just like
Yeah.
So, Mark, something you just did that I haven't seen before. How did you rotate your sketch?
Real simple. So create sketch, click on the plane you want. We'll do another circle.
Yep.
Down here is finish. I can hit finish sketch up here.
Okay.
So before you finish sketch or after, it doesn't matter, as long as it's selected. So left click and then a right click, and a little menu pops up, and I'm hitting move copy.
Okay.
And then from over here.
You know, I never knew those dimensions were on there. I've always considered sketch to be two-dimensional. I didn't realize you could matrix around it. And
oh yeah.
Interesting.
If you sketch on a plane or on a surface, it won't work. So like let's say I create sketch and I do it on that plane right there. I've selected the actual face.
Yeah.
And let's do a little circle. If I grab it and try and move it now.
Okay. Yeah, that's
now it works.
Oh, of course.
Bastard. Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, I've never seen that before. That's very cool. Yeah. I hate to tell you this, your camera's flashing again.
Let's just turn my camera off. We'll just do voice.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be fun.
How do I do that? I do that. I do it
right. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry. Who knows? This computer is like on its last leg. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if I got a blue screen of death at some point while we're doing this. All right. I'm going to do this tail fin part. That's a nice, easy little shape. A little weird because it doesn't fully match the actual tail. It's kind of different. Split. That's not too bad, I guess. so it's just flat across the top. I'm gonna finish sketch. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna select that face right there as my where I'm drawing, and then that'll make my it'll kind of put it in the right place, if that makes sense. So yeah, so this front view is not going to be much help. So I'm gonna just get rid of that. And it's nice. We've moved on from the main body, so I can start taking measurements. It's about 3. Taper it pretty flat.
Are you intending for that to be a separate piece from the body?
Yeah, my idea for this is like you would print everything in the color that it's intended to be.
Okay.
So this piece is black. All right, and I have a tool that Mike told us about once upon a time back in the day. It's a little snug. In theory, though, I can figure out my my angle.
What a time for you not to be on camera to show us your tool.
Yeah.
I have the tool here. That's what I'm digging around for. So it's
there it is.
like a protractor. If it's the same tool I'm thinking of, it's a protractor, and then you check the angle here, and it points to it here.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly what this was called. I mean, obviously it's a protractor, but I can't remember if this specific type had a name.
So I'm gonna just split that little wing I made here. Just make this nice and flush. It's kind of fine back there. So this thing has a bit of a winged shape. So I'm just gonna create some angles here, and then we can go round it up shortly. This isn't the trickiest bit. There's some curves happening that's gonna make this whole thing a bit of a challenge.
Right.
Oh, that'll do it too. I haven't put these back together yet. Cool. All right. I'm gonna undo that curve and we'll try again. around that middle bit just a pinch. Oh, that didn't line up. That's interesting.
Those edges, yeah.
Yeah, I should be able to just pull this out. We'll see. Maybe this may not like it. Okay. Once I curve all this stuff, that should more or less hide itself. This could be a little complicated right here though, because of that overlap.
Yeah.
We'll see. Nope, not bad. I hate when I go to grab a line and it wants to grab like a point or some other thing. Nonsense. Seems about right. And then this is just part of the process of making it look nice and professional. It's just kind of rounding all the edges together. And I don't love that. Okay, see how you can't see it. So it switched to variable. I went to do my my fillet, and instead of being set to constant, it was set to variable. So I had to muck with it.
Okay.
So I don't know. This could be an issue right here, or it may just work. No, it's an issue. So what happened? We got that weird little cut. So I just need to make it go away. So I ungrouped the two. The other bit of it is hidden inside, so no big deal. But now it should be a nice clean seam that I can, so it's grabbing all the way around now. And it's on variable again. So I gotta switch it back to constant. All right, something's happening up there. Not sure what this is about. Okay, same kind of nonsense. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that it's always there's gonna be little things that pop up. You gotta, why is it doing this? It's all problem solving and troubleshooting. So there's a gap that keeps happening right here. I thought I fixed it. Oh, is it high? It shouldn't. So remember, I used this face as where I was going to start it from.
Yeah.
So that it would like deliberately, so that this would just be a nice smooth single piece.
But it's coming in higher than that face.
Yeah, it's coming in a lot, like it was at an 8. See, it worked this time, and I couldn't tell you why. I don't know what. Like obviously, I made it longer, but that shouldn't have been like the whole story. That shouldn't have been the thing that. See, so see, I'm trying to pull this curve, and I'm getting this red over here.
Mm-hmm.
That means that spot is what's causing the issue, and it. Okay, and so now it just works. Like no reason.
Because you covered up where the red spot was,
No,
or
no. Actually, it may have done it as a variable again.
okay.
And I honestly I've spent too much time on this one part. So like, we're gonna do a mirror.
Well, I think that showed your debugging process, right? That it showed what you kind of go through to spot the issue and fix the issue.
Yeah, and it's 100% always a thing. There's never been a build where I've got to make a curve or do something, and some little conflict is happening somewhere. It's always a thing.
Well, if it were easy, everyone would do it.
Right. I'm making things a couple different colors. Just
Okay.
Makes it a little easier to.
So is that the render menu?
This is the render menu. And yeah, so I mean, the only purpose this serves is helping me differentiate between
parts from parts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And did you already void out the tail from where that part's going to be?
So I had cut it.
Okay, so you cut that part out. Okay.
Yeah. So and we're here, might as well do it. So I'm going to create. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I was going to say I'm going to create the tolerances so that when we print these pieces, whether it's resin or FDM, I've yet to encounter pieces that don't grow and end up bigger than what you told it to be. So, like, if we were to print these two parts with no tolerance, no damn way this just fits together. Right. I got to build in a little bit of a gap. Yep. And I know what the number is. I know what I'd like my gap to be. But because we're going to later on scale this whole thing up to classified scale,
you don't want to do it now.
Yep. I don't want to do it now because that's going to wiggle my numbers for later.
Pro move right there.
Yep. So
another one that'll be on the final exam.
I don't know how AutoCAD or how Fusion 360 does this, but I know with some of the designers that I've worked with, there is a method where you can set your tolerances independent of your scaling. So it will always create. Go ahead.
Well, also, like depending on your slicer, there's likely a setting that will maintain all those tolerances when you scale it around.
True.
So not on the blueprint, but definitely on the toy, there's some, I don't even want to call them panel lines because that's not quite right.
Oh, yeah.
There's some details that I want to make sure
Greebles.
Some greebles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so are you talking about the raised panels on the front? Yeah, right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the raised. Let's see if I can get it right there. You can kind of see it.
Yeah, there's kind of quite a bit going on.
Yeah, so it matches the curvature, but
Not exactly.
I mean, well, the line on the top, but when you pull it out, it's going to match the curvature of the it's going to match the curvature along the edge there. So it's like you're just pulling it out a little bit, and I'm interested to see how you do that. Yeah, I know the line here kind of slopes at a, there's definitely more at the front than there is at the back when you talk about from the top to where that panel comes out.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's like they're stacked too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just trying to get a good eyeball on what's what where.
I'm curious. I know there was a couple designers in the chat or watching, following along on the stream. Let's see. Viper 6 is here or was here. I think GI Customs. I'm curious as to who's using this particular software to build out their vehicles.
Yeah.
Or if you're using something else, what are you using?
So we're gonna go through. I'm splitting bodies,
Mm-hmm.
and I've done kind of multiple sketches within there, so I have to go back into my sketches and turn it back on. Oh,
So Ben says he's still rocking Blender. So you do your hard surface in Blender. Interesting. I mean, I know you can do it now. I know they had those add-ons and things that you could do your hard surfacing with. So that's commendable.
this might not work. This is a big. Oh, no shit.
That's what I was interested in. If you could just pull
Yeah.
it out like
Yeah.
that. There you go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that could have gone badly.
So is
That's
that
what I
an
was talking
extrude, or
It's an
did you use
extrude.
a different command?
No, that was offset face.
Offset face. Okay.
Which so if you remember, like a few clicks ago, I had done these sketches and I split body.
Yes.
I didn't split face. I split body. So like that piece, this piece, like they're separate bodies now,
Okay.
and this piece, right? So like if I had split face, really unlikely that little offset I just did would have worked. Really, really unlikely. But it worked.
It worked.
But yeah, I have I rarely, I almost never ever do split face because it just doesn't work well. It's much cleaner to do split body, and if you do split body, when you merge stuff back together, it doesn't like if you split the face, you're always going to have that face is permanently split. It'll never be clean.
In what circumstance would you want to use split face as opposed to split body?
Split body, yeah.
I don't know. I just don't screw with it anymore.
Cool. Another pro tip.
Don't screw with it.
I'm keeping track.
Well, it's always about solutions. And everybody finds a different solution. That's why I say there's so many different ways to do the same thing.
Yep.
So silly. We've been looking forward to this this for like a month. I think we've had this. Today is the day we're doing the build.
Yeah.
Plan. And today's the day. Like everything's breaking.
Oh yeah.
Falling apart.
Best laid plans.
Yeah.
Hey, we are all here. We're all seeing this awesome build getting completed. It's recorded for those who can't see it. And it's coming together.
It's kind of a weird thing. Like typically your panel lines are like just lines that are cut, and it's not
Cut inside, yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite like this, where it's the panels are just different heights.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I think it'll print nice.
Okay, just to reference the toy again of what you're working on, that's the panel line right there.
Yeah, it's pretty subtle.
Yeah.
But
there we go.
So I've got these two bamboos, and I've got like the cheapest model, and then I've got like the step up from the cheapest model, so also very cheap. And cheap's not even the right word. Just the lower end. I love them. They're amazing. And I intend to get an AMS at some point. So I'm pretty comfortable saying I'm going to stick to Bamboo Labs filament because it's got the little RFID thing on there. It can, automatically in the slicer know exactly what filament you're using and everything. And is that on the same? Yeah, reversed. So I'm just sticking to bamboo filament, and I buy it. I always try to buy at least 6 rolls when I do an order because that brings it like I'm gonna say it's like 35% off if you buy 6, or 30% off, and then maybe 10 is 35, something like that. But it brings it down to like $12 a spool, which is great. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, so I ordered a bunch of filament, including like the purple that I want for this.
Yeah.
It's like an indigo purple. It's a dark purple. And man, like it's like it's on a slow boat from New Jersey.
Oh.
It's the slowest. It was in like I kept checking FedEx, and it was like it went from New Jersey to New Jersey, still in New Jersey. Like it was in New Jersey for like 6 days, and then it made it to Ohio somehow. I'm having trouble actually seeing it. I gotta put glasses on. So this one is actual lines.
The one right there. Let me look. Okay. Are you looking at that square that's there with the 4
Correct.
bolt? Okay.
So it's actual panel lines. Because it's curvy. I can't just put a line down, create a pipe, and then subtract it. I'll show that trick later. I'm sure it'll come up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to do like 2 concentric squares and cut them. But it ends at that edge, And because I merged this back together, if I cut body now, I end up cutting above here as well, which I don't need to do. Now because the lines I'm going to be making don't even cut all the way through this width.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So like the options are either I turn on the line that I use to do this cutout. There it is. And then I can just cut it again, and then it's out of the way. So I go split body, and I just do another cut, right? And then turn that off. And now I can't possibly go past
That line.
and mess it up. So this to me is kind of the quicker, safer way to do this versus doing the cut, because it's two cuts, because it's going to be two squares. This may or may not work. So and I'm just using we're just making little lines here, so just do that. So it's a cut and a cut, split body. Do the outer one first. Split that piece. Minus 0.15, and then that'll be deeper on the final thing. So it's a subtle little piece, but there kind of isn't a ton of detail on this thing, so I kind of want to make sure I capture it where I can.
So, just a question, Mark. Could you have used pipe for that?
So, and that's what I was saying. Because this is on a curve, I mean, there's a curve. Like that line right there represents a curve, but because it's on this curve here,
okay,
I could not have done a pipe.
Gotcha.
Not.
So you defined the square and then you did an offset face.
Correct.
Okay.
A lot of times when I'm doing corners like this is a thing where we're dealing with, we want the aesthetic of it. We want it to look nice. If I had grabbed that outer corner and this inner corner and done my fillet at the same time, it would not work. It'd be wonky looking. So I do them separately, and I'm just eyeballing it to make it look good. Okay. So that looks like a nice curve, right?
Yeah.
So just for poops and giggles,
you'll do it with both of them, and it'll come out weird. Okay.
I think because it uses the same distance.
Yeah.
But that doesn't lead to the same curve.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's a little tip for people for sure.
I don't like sometimes you go and you change the angle and it moves the camera so far away from the thing you're working on.
Yeah.
That drives me bananas. It makes no fucking sense to me. It goes back to origin. Like I understand the mechanics of it. But see, like why did it just take the thing I'm working on and move it a mile away? It's unnecessary. I just needed the angle changed.
Yeah.
All right. And we've got some stuff going on over here. So there's this dugout bit, and then there's a piece that pops all the way out and kind of overlaps. There's no way that's on the canvas, right? No. But it's where the missile kind of sits. It's looking like. So that yeah, there's just a couple of odd shapes right here that I'm gonna try and capture as close as I can. So there's this piece that's kind of really rounded.
Man, I wish I had mine. I'm like looking around trying to see if I have it out anywhere, but I don't.
Yeah, this thing almost looks like an exhaust type of situation.
Oh yeah, so it's kind of, it sticks out, but it's got a curvature to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to remove my missile. Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I'm gonna exaggerate it a little bit.
Can you see my screen? Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Okay.
That's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
I wanted to see what he was talking about there. So thanks, Shane. Yep.
Actually, there's a lot of detail underneath that that missile dumbbell thing.
Yeah. So I exaggerated that a little bit from what it is. I think we'll all live. We'll be fine.
I like the lines you put on it.
You understand that those are just face lines, right?
Yeah, no, I think it looks good with the lines, though. I think that should be a design feature.
I don't totally disagree. Oh man, yeah, something's afoot with this thing. It's super slow. So on the plane that I'm working on this individual sketch, if I come over and I just hover over that point,
Yeah.
it'll kind of give me a snapping point.
Sweet. Yeah. Extrude. Yep.
So it's red like that because I'm passing through some other bodies. So it wants to. The default is to try and cut. So I just got to make sure I switch it to the body.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff going on right here. And there's a bunch of curves and bevels and stuff going on, but that's all stuff we're going to do towards the end. Those are the things where if I do it now, I'll likely have to make some goofball change, and then I end up screwing it up.
So just a show note, Mark, we're probably at the T-minus 15-minute mark.
About 15 minutes.
Perfect. Yep. Perfect. Thank you. So we're just going to start throwing some little details on right here. I'm just gonna eyeball these. This is some solid stuff. So this is a bit of a trick. There isn't, to my knowledge, a way to copy or maneuver sketches. So one thing we could do is I could create a shape, and then it's really easy to do create a pattern on a path. But sometimes it just doesn't quite work.
Which is weird because I know that you can, that's one of those things in Tinkercad you can kind of do. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
But on this, right now this surface is flat. I think it stays pretty flat. Yeah. So I could create this shape, and then instead of doing a cut, I create it as its own body, and then create a pattern on a path. And now I'm sort of talking myself into it. I was going to show you how to copy this. We'll go, for the sake of exercise, we'll go through this sketch nonsense. So before I hit finish sketch, I can hit, I'm still on the draw thing. I hit escape. I'm back to my arrow. I haven't finished yet. I can double click on this, do a move copy, and then I have to make sure I hit create copy, and then I can, just like I said, create a copy. So how many of those little holes are there? Three. And I hit OK, and then I can just do it again. Move copy, create a copy. Bastard. And then in theory, I can come in and do that.
Oh, cool.
And then
I think I hosed the scale on all of that up pretty good.
Now, another trick I use when doing that, Mark, is I'll actually create lines that I only use for measurement, and then I go in and I clear them out afterwards.
Gotcha. I get what you're saying. Yep.
Yep. Like you could then create like one long line across the left-hand side, or do like, let's just say you're doing 5 millimeter spacing. You create a 5 millimeter line, then you create the next box, then another 5 millimeter line, and then you go in and you can just chop out the ones that.
Yep. So I went ahead and we're going to do it as a shape.
Okay.
Because shapes are just easier to work with than sketches by a lot.
Yes.
Now, in this case, you're giving it a little bit of distance past the surface, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I do that just to make sure I don't end up with some like millionth of a millimeter, like almost just a face sitting there.
Yep.
Like it's nice, clean cut. And it's also easier for me to then grab it and work with it.
Exactly.
Right. So I'm going to create a pattern on a path. I select the thing. I select my path. And I think we'll just do 3 of these. Okay. And then, I guess I shouldn't have rounded it first.
You should probably still be able to grab that side and change it.
Well, my plan had been just to move these faces and line them all up here.
Right.
Oh, you know what I can do? Get rid of that curve. So now I can split body that guy and then just select.
Oh, okay.
And now they're going to all be perfectly kind of aligned at both edges. Why did I do that? just gotta remove these extra bits.
There we go.
Yep. Yeah. So some like
Now you went around it.
It keeps going up very well. Yeah, I typically, if I'm making a pattern and duplicating, triplicating, whatever, I try to do all the little adjustments to it first. It's just less clicking.
Yeah, you missed one.
Oh, you missed the line.
Lower one, upper left.
Yeah. Go back. So, yep.
God damn it. It keeps going to variable and I have to like switch it to constant. I knew it was going to do that.
Okay.
And that's because you got to do update or has it been
you missed another one.
Once
upper one, lower left.
Once you set it to variable once, it's like it wants to just keep doing it.
Okay.
Why would you ever want to go back? That's what it's saying, right?
Okay, Viper 6 has a good tip. To orbit and keep the point of an object in the center without losing it, like you were saying, hold the right hand shift button and click the middle mouse button.
Right hand
shift button on your keyboard, and then the middle mouse button.
Well, that's like a free orbit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where what I want a lot of times is to get to that like no kidding that 90-degree straight on angle, and I do that by coming up here.
Yeah.
This is fine, and like it doesn't matter which shift. Either shift works, unless he's on a Mac, and maybe that's a Mac thing. But no, what I like is to look straight on at something, and to do that, I click up here on the navigation box, and that's what moves me away. And do I want to do the damn dog bone now?
Are you going to do the bone?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, we could save the dog bone for when we do the missile.
That's how I prefer to do it, for sure. And it's going to be interesting. Like I haven't decided how we're doing the seat, because like the front end of this has to get hollowed out.
Yeah, it's interesting from a parts point of view, Mark. The seat is actually connected to the top plastic piece that holds the lower portion of the top wing. If that makes sense, it's
I get it.
It's connected to here.
It's going to be an interesting thing to pull off.
Yeah. Assuming we want to duplicate that, because your plan is to do this as a single body, right? Rather than two halves?
Correct. That's definitely my preference.
That way you don't have to deal with snaps.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a little experiment here. So I've separated the part where we know we're going to need it to be hollowed out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that the figure can go in. I'm going to turn off everything that isn't that. All right, so this is what we've got. Okay. So I put a cut there. That'll be an easy little thing, face to fix. But then I extended these faces here.
Mm-hmm.
This may just straight up fail. It might be too complicated. But we're going to go to shell, and I'm going to make it 1.5 mil.
This would be awesome if it works.
On the inside. It hasn't shit itself yet, so that's.
You might want to save it before you do that.
That's a good call, Mike. Thank you. I haven't saved yet, which is really dumb on my part. Two. Okay, thank you, Mike. That was an extremely good call.
All right.
Save early, save often.
Yeah. So 1.5. Okay. So I did 1.5 mil. When we make it bigger, it'll make that thickness more. We should be able to adjust it then as well. So now we'll bring this back. Split body. Doodle on that face. I don't know why I did that. Okay, just being a little punk. And then I go back to our first sketch, and I maintain those lines from that first sketch. So I'll do another split body. Do that, and I don't think it's going to cut us anywhere else. Verify. Yeah, looks like we're good. So, kind of easily, we hollowed that out. We've got some, variation in here that we can clean up later on a little bit. It's not the end of the world. Like certainly we'll want some of that pulled out. No, I didn't like that. Anyway, we'll deal with that later. I think we're at a point where we'll probably stop in here in just a minute.
Yep, and we are right at time right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and maybe do a couple little finishing up touches.
There isn't really anything to mess with.
Awesome.
That isn't
Look at that.
Be a whole
That is looking good.
Steps. Yeah. So, just for poops and giggles, we'll just do a big mirror. So that's where we're at. I think we're on track. I think it's
Not too bad.
Wow.
Yeah. We had some problems to overcome today. I think we could have gotten a good solid chunk further along had we not had some issues. But what can you do?
Yeah, it's a solid base.
Say one more time.
All right.
And my
Well,
intention is to not touch this thing again until 2 weeks from now when we do part 2.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah. And I'll switch to a different computer so that I can just share a window and everyone will be able to see everything.
Well, you want to share screen. I think it's share
Yeah,
window.
share screen, not share window.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We got it. Yeah. So, but I'd consider this a pretty slow start, but what can you do?
Yep. But good progress.
Good progress. Everybody's saying great progress. No one's disappointed.
Yep. Still have to work on that third
I
wing.
mean, am I still blinky? Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah, you're still blinky a little. Well.
He's gone.
Yeah. We don't need to give anyone a seizure, so I'll just offer that back.
Yeah. That'll get you demonetized pretty quickly.
I think so. I feel like we'd have to get monetized prior to getting monetized.
That's a technicality.
No, I think we're in the negative now. We owe some people some money.
Yeah, right. It's kind of funny-ish. Yeah.
It's funny because it's
All right.
true.
So we're gonna roll out. Yeah, it'll go smoother next time. We'll make sure everything's functioning ahead of time.
Yeah, knocking off the dust of the build shows. I like it. We're getting better. We'll do better next time. But this was an awesome 2 hours well spent. I think that I know that I learned a lot. What I want to do is go back and practice some of the things that you were showing there, especially around pulling in the orthoscopic drawings and building off of that. I've never done that type of build before.
Oh,
And
really?
just to watch you, just to watch you sketch it out like that, I that was amazing to me. So, and now I figured out how to make the orthoscopic
Orthographic.
views as well.
Orthographic.
Yeah, the graphics. Yeah.
Orthoscopic is
Orthographic.
like,
sorry. Orthoscopic is a surgery thing, right?
yeah, that's like they're putting a
My bad.
camera up
Orthographic.
your urethra. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. See, I failed my own test.
Yeah, cool. So next week we'll be back with a non-build episode. We don't have our topic fully flushed out yet, but we're going to start having kind of different segments to the show. That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. Come with your questions, suggestions, and ideas.
Yep. And if anybody in there like has some great project they're working on and they want to share it, let us know. We'll happily have you on here. Ben made it.
Yes, he did. He did.
Oh, still
Yeah.
rocking thunder. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Hey guys, thanks. This was great, except for the issues, but all things.
It's all
All
right.
right.
Guys.
Very good.
Thanks so much.
Yep. We'll catch you next weekend. Yo, Joe.
Yo, Joe.